Good morning students, it's me Sudarshan sir. Okay, now we'll deal with computer science. Take your computer book and pencil and get ready. Okay, now today's topic, memory. Okay, computer needs memory for two purposes. What are those purposes? Immediate processing and long-term storage. For immediate processing and also for long-term storage. So memory is classified into two types. They are primary memory and secondary memory. Okay. Primary memory is used for immediate processing. Secondary memory is used for long-term storage. Okay. Now we will see detailed about primary memory. Primary memory. Primary memory is known as the main memory of a computer. Okay. Okay. Where data can be directly accessed by the processor for immediate processing. Okay. In computer you have something called processor, right? Yeah. Okay. That processor, it processes data. What is the work of processor? It processes the information or processes the data. Okay. So these data are transferred to processor. Whatever the input you give in your computer or whatever the data you store in the computer, the processor processes it, right? Okay. How the data goes to that processor? With the help of RAM memory. RAM memory transfer those data to the processor and then the processor processes it. So that is the only reason RAM memory is known as a main memory. It plays a major role. It processes the data, it sends the data to the processor. So it plays a major role. So RAM is a what memory? Main memory. Okay. Okay. Now we will see about RAM. RAM is a main memory. So we will explain about RAM. We will see about RAM. RAM is also known as random access memory. Okay. Expansion of RAM is random access memory. It is a temporary storage memory. RAM is a temporary storage memory. It will not store data permanently. It will store data only temporarily. So what happens? While you switch off the computer, the temporarily stored data will be erased. And while you switch on and use again it will store temporary data. Okay, and then while you switch off, it will be erased. This is the process of RAM. Okay, what does the temporary storage means? Okay, now you switched on computer and if you open one application, for example, you are opening PUBG game or Candy Crush, something game you are opening. Okay, so initially you have installed that game in your computer, right? So the computer requires some space where you will store the game, either in local disk C or D or E. Okay, but actually where it is stored, you are storing in drives which is shown in your computer, but actually where it is stored, it is not stored in RAM. Don't confuse, it is stored in hard disk. Whatever the game you store, it is stored in hard disk. Hard disk is a secondary memory that I will explain later. Now just listen what I am saying. Hard disk, whatever the game or video, whatever you play, it will be stored in hard disk. So now what happens is, now what is the role of RAM, I will say. What happens is, while you open a game or an application or a video or something, while you open it, the RAM accesses the data from the hard disk. The primary memory accesses the data from the secondary memory. The RAM accesses the data from the hard disk. Why the RAM is accessing data from the hard disk? Because to send the data to processor. Because to send the data to the processor. The RAM will store those data temporarily. Hard disk will store it permanently, but RAM will store it temporarily. Till you play that game, it will store the information in the RAM. After playing game, if you switch off, the data will be erased. Till you see the video or a movie, the data will be stored in RAM. After you switch off, the data in the RAM will be erased. Why it is getting from hard disk to RAM? To increase the speed, to send the data to the processor, to send the data to the processor. It will store the data temporarily and it will send to the processor. That is the work of RAM. So what happens here? The information is sent to the processor quickly. The information is sent to the processor quickly. Now you can ask, why directly from hard disk it cannot be done? If you do from the hard disk, it will take the process will become very slow, because hard disk is not very speed compared to the processor. Hard disk is very less speed compared to the processor, but RAM is more or less equal speed to the processor. RAM, primary memory, is more or less equal speed to the processor. That is why RAM is there in between the hard disk and the processor. That is why RAM is used. Okay. So why RAM is actually used? For faster process. So now you can understand, if you have 2 GB or 4 GB RAM phone, it will be in normal speed. If you have 8 GB RAM phone, the speed of the each and every application will be very high. If you have 12 GB of RAM in a phone, the speed will be very high. Okay. Then what? This is the meaning. So what RAM is used for? To speeding up a process. Okay. What is the speed of a RAM? How to measure a speed of a RAM? The unit of time used to. What is used? Unit of time. A unit of time is used to measure the speed of a RAM. How it is measured? A RAM reads instruction or data in nanoseconds. What is meant by nanosecond? 1 second divided by 100 crore time. 1 second divided by, think, 100 crore time. Just 1 second divided by 100 crore time. The speed of RAM is measured in nanosecond. So what second it is? 1 second divided by 100 crore time. In that second, in that fraction of second, it reads one instruction. Okay. Then in 1 second, how many instruction is read? Actually around 100 crore instruction is read in 1 second. That is how the speed of RAM is calculated. Okay. And little more detail about RAM. The evolution of RAM starts with 128 KB. Older computers had 128 KB of RAM, but now today's computers have 8 GB RAM, 12 GB RAM, even 16 GB of RAM. Okay. So think of the computer speed. How it will be. How it will work. Okay. More RAM enhances its ability to handle high speed. More RAM, what it will do? It will give high speed. Okay. Next. Till now we saw about RAM. Now we are going to see about ROM. ROM is also a primary memory. ROM is also known as read-only memory. As the name suggests, the computer just reads the instruction which are present in ROM. We can't rewrite or we can't edit it. Okay. ROM or read-only memory stores information that instructs the computer what to do when it is powered on. What type of, we know that in ROM what is there? Only instructions are there. Okay. That the computer can only read it. And even the computer no one can edit it. Even you can't edit it, right? Okay. So what type of instruction are there in ROM? That I will say. While you switch on the computer, by pressing on button, while you switch on the computer, that booting process happens, right? That Windows symbol comes, that Windows 7 opens. Okay. All those process, how it is done? It is also done with set of instructions only, right? The each and every process in a computer, how it works? With instructions only, right? Codings or instructions, whatever you want you can say, with the instructions only, right? Those booting process instructions are stored in ROM. Okay. Those booting process instructions are stored where? In read-only memory. The computer will read those instructions and it will perform the booting process, that switching on process. Okay. Next, data in ROM cannot be erased. We can't erase the data because it is just read-only memory. Okay? Okay. Next. What is the next memory we are going to see is cache memory. Now we saw primary memory. Secondary memory we will see later. There is one more memory in a computer. That is cache memory. It was not present in older days. In present days, this cache memory is introduced. Okay? Okay. In order to facilitate fast transfer of data, already the RAM is there to do the fast transfer of data. But in order to facilitate more fast transfer, already RAM is there, but to enhance more fast, cache is used. In order to facilitate, 1 minute students, in order to facilitate fast transfer of data and instruction to the processor, computer today built with cache memory, which is a way faster than RAM. Today's computer is built with cache memory. To what? To increase more speed. Already RAM is there, that increases the speed. You know what in what second RAM reads the data. But to increase further speed, cache memory is introduced. This serves as intermediate storage area between RAM and processor. Between RAM and the processor, already between hard disk and processor, RAM is there. But now between RAM and processor, one more thing is there. One more memory is there. What is that? Cache memory. Yes, cache memory is there. Why it is used? RAM stores RAM stores frequently used data, so that the processor can easily access it. If you open an application, that application related frequent data is stored in RAM to transfer to the processor. But now cache stores most frequently used data related to one application, whatever you open. Most frequently used data are stored in cache. So what happens? The cache transfer those most used data to the processor quickly. So the speed increases further. Okay? Okay, very good. So now what are the things there near the processor? Inside the computer, one processor is there. Near to the processor, cache memory is there. Near to the cache memory, RAM is there. And the hard disk is also there. Okay? So data in the hard disk is transferred to RAM. RAM transfers those instructions to cache. Cache transfers those instructions to processor. To enhance the speed, this process is done. In RAM, frequently used data are stored. In cache, most frequently used data are stored. So it will send the data quickly and the speed become higher. Okay? Okay, that is the use of cache memory. Okay, next. Secondary memory. Okay, okay. Till now we saw primary memory. Now we are dealing with secondary memory. Secondary memories are used to store data permanently, not like primary memory. Primary memory will store data temporarily. RAM will store data temporarily. Cache will store data temporarily. Okay, but secondary memory will store data permanently. Okay, permanently. Don't confuse with ROM. ROM will store data permanently, but why it is primary memory in the sense you can just read the data in ROM. But ROM is different from secondary memory. In secondary memory, it will store the data permanently, but you can edit it. You can delete whenever you want. You can change the data. Whatever you want, you can do. So, secondary memory. What is secondary memory? Secondary memory are used to store data permanently, as of I told. Then secondary memory is non-volatile. Data are not erased until you do it. Primary memory is also called volatile, because now I am saying about primary memory. It is also called volatile because the data are erased while you switch off. But in secondary memory, now come to secondary memory. In secondary memory, data are not erased until you erase it. That should be noted down. Until you delete it, data will not be deleted. So secondary memory is also called non-volatile. That is a technical word. They used to say non-volatile. Okay, non-volatile. Okay. You can edit data at any time you want. You can store data, you can delete data, you can modify the data at any time you want. Secondary storage devices like flash drive. Flash drive means what? That pen drive and memory card are those comes under flash drive. Secondary storage devices are flash drive, hard disk. Hard disk, you know? Where is hard disk? Hard disk is present inside the computer. See, this is hard disk. It is present inside the computer. This is flash drive. Pen drive. Okay? Okay. Secondary storage devices are, what are those? Flash drive, hard disk, floppy disk, CDs, DVDs. All these are secondary devices. CD, DVD, all these are secondary devices. Why they are secondary devices? Data are stored permanently. Only if you want to delete, you can delete, else it cannot be deleted. Okay. But in CDs, there are two types of CDs: read only CD, read and write CDs. In read only CDs, you can't delete that data, but the data will be permanently stored. So it comes under secondary memory. Okay. In secondary memory, what type of data will be stored? All the data, games, movies, songs, whatever you store in the computer, it will be stored in secondary memory. Most probably it will be stored in hard disk, which is there inside your computer. Okay. Old storage devices are magnetic tapes, floppy disks. Now we are using hard disk, pen drive, CDs. In olden days, what is used? Magnetic tapes, correct. Okay, magnetic tapes, floppy disks. These are used in olden days. After the invention of CDs and DVDs, their importance is reduced. In olden days, floppy disk and magnetic disk are used to store data, but after the introduction of CDs and DVDs, their importance is reduced. And nowadays, no one is using magnetic tapes and floppy disks and all. That is olden days products. Okay. In my childhood, I saw that. I used it. I saw that. Okay. Hard disk gets its name. Now we will see about hard disk. Hard disk gets its name from the hard material used to make it. See, hard materials are used to make a hard disk. So it is a hard disk. Hard materials are used. So it is called hard disk. That's all. Okay. Processor, processes. As the name suggests, processes. Hard disk, it is hard, so hard disk. Okay. Very easy. Okay. Next. Magnetic medium are coated on the hard disk, which stores the data in it. How the hard disk stores the data? See, there is small one round shape is there, right? In that, magnetic medium is coated. One magnetic medium is coated on the disk. There only, whatever the movies or games, whatever you store in the computer, all those data will go and store in the magnetic datas. Okay. Magnetic medium. Magnetic medium is coated on this disk. So whatever the games or movies, whatever you store it, all those data are stored in this magnetic medium electronically. Those are electronic process. It is stored in that medium. Okay. Next, hard disk is usually encased within the system. Even in laptop or in desktop, hard disk are encased within the system. Inside the system itself, hard disk will be there. if you know CPU, right, that big box inside, if you open and see, hard disk will be there. As of like in laptop, inside itself hard disk will be there. Hard disk is usually encased within the system. Okay. This is actually known as hard drive. We used to say hard drive. Someone could have used that word, hard drive. Hard drive is where it is? It is inside the system. Okay. Data are stored in concentric tracks on a hard disk. See, this round shape is there, right? All this explanation is about hard disk. Okay. This round shape is there, right? This round shape. Okay. This round shape is made up of concentric circles. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of circles, concentric circles. This hard disk is made up of circles, concentric circles. In maths you could have learnt layers of circles, concentric circles. Data are stored in concentric circles, concentric tracks. Each and every that circle is called as tracks. Concentric circles, each and every circles is called as tracks. Data are stored in each and every tracks. Okay, in each and every track the data are stored. Each track is divided into segment called a sector. There are many tracks which is in the form of concentric circle. Okay. Data are stored in the tracks. Each track, data are stored, though each track is divided into segments. Tracks is divided into segment. Understand clearly. Each track is divided into segment. Okay. A motor rotates disk using the spindle. While you switch on the computer, the motor rotates using this spindle. The center one is spindle. You see spindle. Inside the computer, inside this spindle, there is one motor. That motor rotates this spindle. So what happens? This moves. This plate moves. This disk moves. Okay. The disk containing head that reads and writes data. Now the disk is moving. How the data are stored on that disk? So we need something. That is what this head. This small thing. Can you see? Head. Slider or head, you can say. Slider and head. This head. What this head does? This head will store those datas in the binary form. Binary means that ones and zeros. Datas will not be stored as A, B, C, D and movies or videos. It will be stored as binary datas. All these binary datas, where it will be stored, how it will be stored? With the help of this head. In this disk, it will be stored. Okay. You know this. This all will be interesting and this all will be very helpful. Okay. Next. The disk containing head that reads and writes the data. This head reads and writes the data. This head writes the data in the disk. And also if you want to see the movie, it reads the data from the disk. This head only rewrites the data. While you save a video or a file, it writes the data in the binary form. But if you want to read it, this will read it in the binary form and it will convert it into your video or wordings or whatever it is, song or whatever it is. Okay. All the process is done with this head. Okay. Everything is important. This disk is important. This head is important. This spindle is important. This hard disk is important. Everything is important for a computer to operate. Okay. How the head reads? Now we know head reads, but how the head reads? Okay. The head reads by sensing. It will take only 5 to 6 minutes. Just listen, students. It will be interesting. Okay. The head reads by sensing the magnetic parts. How the head reads? By sensing the magnetic parts. There are magnetic parts inside this, I told, right? And this magnetic medium is quoted, right? Okay. The head reads by sensing that magnetic parts. By sensing those, the head reads and writes by recording on the magnetic spot. It reads with the help of magnetic spots. By sensing it, it reads the data which is there in the magnetic medium, and also it stores the data on the magnetic medium. Okay, so data are stored. While reading, it senses and reads. While storing, it stores on the magnetic spots. Okay. Okay. While reading, it reads from the magnetic magnetic medium. While storing, it stores on the magnetic medium. See how nice it is? Okay. Okay. One of the most popular medium is optical disc. Now, till now we saw about hard disk. Now leave this. That's all. That's all the process of hard disk. Okay. Now, optical disc. The most popular medium is optical disc. One of the most popular medium. Now pen drive is most popular medium. But even though CDs and DVDs are popular, okay, the most popular medium is optical disc. What are optical discs? That CDs and DVDs. Those are optical discs. They are also called optical discs. Okay, okay. Software is mostly distributed on the optical disc, CDs and DVDs. What will be stored in the CDs and DVDs? Nothing, the same thing. Softwares will be stored. Softwares means what? Again the video, again the game, everything is a software, right? The movie you see, it is a software. The game you play, that is a software. All those are stored like hard disk. Till now I explained about hard disk, how the data are stored, no? The same way, most probably, similarly in the same way, the data are stored in this CDs and DVDs. Okay? So, CDs and DVDs are most popular way of things. Okay, the most popular discs, CDs and DVDs are most popular optical discs. Softwares like videos, games, everything are stored in the optical discs in CDs and DVDs. These discs store large amount of information like games, movies, etc. That's what I told. What is stored there? More softwares, more informations, more data, everything is same, are stored in CDs and DVDs. The drive used for reading CDs and DVDs is mostly built in with the computer. Mostly built in with the computer. So it is read. You store data in CDs and DVDs. Where you will insert those CDs and DVDs? In the CD drive. In the CD drive. That is not, and or DVD drive, whatever you want you can say. Either CD drive or DVD drive. Where you will insert the CD? In the CD drive or DVD drive. You have one button down in the CPU. If you click that, one tray will come out. You will place the CD there, right? Then the tray will go out. How it happens? With the help of CD drive. That is a box structure. Like hard disk, it will also be a box like structure. It is built inside your computer. Maybe laptop or desktop. Okay? That is called what drive? That is a drive. What drive? CD drive. What is it? CD drive. Okay? Okay. With the help of the CD drive, the data in the CD is read. Okay? Okay. Okay. Now we saw about CDs and DVDs. Okay. CDs, we will see one more point. CDs and DVDs are available. Now CDs are available in two ways. One is readable, another one is rewritable. At the starting I told. CDs are available of two types. One is readable, another one is rewritable. This is the expansion of CD. Compact disc recordable. It is a compact disc, easily accessible wherever you want you can take it. So it is compact disc recordable. CDR means compact disc recordable. Here only you can record the data. But CDRW means compact disc rewrite. You can record the data, also you can delete it and rewrite, and you can store some other data, whatever you want. If you store a movie, if you don't want, you can delete it and you can store one more movie, some other movie. Okay, so it is rewritable. CDs of two types, CD recordable and CD rewritable. Okay, okay. Now we saw about CDs, hard disk we saw, CD we saw, everything we saw. finally one thing. By this I will wind up the class. DVD. DVD is also known as digital video disc. Okay, this is also round in structure like CD. Digital video disc looks like CD-ROMs. I told no, both looks same, round in structure, but have more data storing capacity compared to CD. DVDs can store more data. In CDs you can store more songs and small videos, but in DVD you can store movies. There are 4 GB DVD, 8 GB DVDs also there. You can store more movies in the DVDs. Okay. The technology of using laser beam to access the data is identical to CD-ROM. The technology is same. CDs and DVDs, the technology is more or less same. Okay, that's all for today's class, students. If you have any doubt, please contact me. Okay, bye, take care.